So I'm curious for you how CBD came into your life. What was your first experience with it? How did you discover the wonderful world of CBD?
So I think it's an important distinction up front to make between CBD and THC, right? So CBD comes from the hemp plant. THC typically comes from the cannabis plant, and they are different things. The THC gets you high and CBD doesn't, right? Psychoactively high, right? And so I've used THC, aka cannabis, for, I don't know, call it 15 years at this point ish, right? And I shied away from alcohol 5, 6, 7 years ago, and that was a big part of that, is shifting more towards more holistic practices away from alcohol consumption. And I started poking around at hemp, right? So smoking hemp instead of cannabis, right? And so that, without me really knowing it, was my first intro into CBD, right? Which is, and I just found it to be a much more mellower, calmer. I still get like a nice little relaxation, but not stoned, right? Ultimately, I was having trouble finding a good CBD company because I hear about it, and you know, it had become a lot more popular, and you know, now you see it at like gas stations and shit, and you can get it on Amazon, and you know, and then I started getting targeted from Instagram, and then I just got overwhelmed, and
yeah, it's like, do I buy it at the do I buy it out of this gas station? My neighbor's slinging it out of his trunk. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's so many sources. It can be intimidating. And it's funny you mentioned CBD along with alcohol, or CBD along with taking a step back from alcohol, because when I take CBD, and I should mention that I have the Anytime strain of Health and Revelry CBD, which I love. And part of the reason I love it, fuck yeah, there it is.
I just took it 10 minutes ago. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah. And so part of the reason why I love it is because it makes me feel calm and alert at the same time. And I've noticed that I want to drink less. Like I'll be in situations where I would normally be craving a vodka soda or need to pound a beer, and something in me, it's not like I wouldn't enjoy a beer on CBD. I have, but something in me doesn't seek it out as much. I don't crave it as much in the situations where in the past, if I wasn't taking CBD, I would, you know, I'd be searching like, where can I buy a drink? How do I get to the bar right now? You know, is someone selling vodka sodas out of their trunk? Like I'm fiending that like relaxation mode.
I'll do anything.
Yeah, I'll do anything. One shot of real tequila. But
well, I feel that
noticed
way with CBD sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's great. It's calmed the drinking effect. Is that kind of where you're coming from?
Yeah. So the way that I've used the Anytime strain is, rather than using it every day during the week to work, because like we've talked about in the past on the podcast, I'm someone that locks in very easily, but I have trouble shaking myself out of that, you know, locked in, need to do work mode. And so I'll usually use CBD when I feel my monkey mind at the end of the day. Or if I have a day where I know I'm not doing anything, I'm going on a hike, I'm completely detached from work. It gives me that extra sense of well-being apart from the constant need to do work. And then at the end of the day, it'll help me kind of just drop off and be like, all right, you know, it's 5:30. All I have to do is work out, kind of give me that extra release from work when I need it, and just chill out, but also, you know, still be all there mentally at the same time.
Exactly. And it helps to find that balance, right? That's in large part the whole benefit of CBD, is creating a better sense of balance and allowing the pendulum to swing a little bit more kindly, you know, not as far on the extremes.